So I'm here in Penfold Road, named after Mayor Penfold of Folkestone. I'm not going to show you the whole road because there's houses around there, people living there. So, but just round the corner, the Height Rep Gym. If you're in Folkestone or you're not from Folkestone, anyway, that's Penfold Road, named after the Mayor. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm back in the Folkestone Cemetery. I'm checking out the gravestone behind me in the memorial of the Penfold family. Penfold as in Stephen Penfold, which is the mayor of the 18th century during the war. And he was serving a few months, but it's quite an important figure around here. And this is his memorable figure for the family. It says a couple of words here about Stephen, but you won't be able to read it. It's faded away. But basically it's mentioning in memory of John Penfold and some other people. And if you come yourself, you'll be able to read it yourself, or maybe in the future. But it's also mentioned Stephen Penfold, and it's a memory of him. And so in the next clip, I'm going to read a few lines from this book. Basically, the title of the book is called Grave Stories of Murder, Mystery and Misfortune, uncovering real stories from Folkestone Cemetery. The author is Jan Holborn. She's one of the volunteers here for the Folkestone Cemetery. It's a lot of research gone into that book, but I'm going to read a section here about Penfold and how he was our MP in Folkestone for the war. If you're interested in that, join me in the next clip. It was in August 1914 when fishing craft and coal carriers came into the harbour carrying first refugees from Belgium to Folkestone. In those early days, it was the fishing families, on seeing the heart-rending and terrible conditions of the refugees, who generously held out the hand of friendship and gladly shared their homes and food. Folkestone soon became the only open door for those people seeking food and protection, and it brought home to Folkestone people in a dramatic way the meaning of the war which England was engaged in. On August 24th, a Belgian committee for refugees was formed, led by himself, the man Stephen Penfold, the mayor of Folkestone, to provide Belgian refugees with food, clothing, accommodation and work for those able to work. The size of their task can perhaps be more easily understood by considering these statistics. The number of grants to assist persons to meet their living expenses up to February 1919 was 6,580. The total number of meals supplied was 1,015. So yeah, 115,000 or 1,500. Sleeping accommodation was provided for 22,000 people over 22,000 people. The total number of refugees sent to Folkestone onwards the other towns was 64,500. The number of garments given out to refugees amounted to hundreds of thousands. A tablet in tribute of this work was erected in the town hall, and Belgium Forest Council said the Belgians driven out of their homes, deprived from everything, ruined, fled from their destroyed towns and villages. The sea is free and guides them to their old trusted Stephen Penfold received a knighthood in 1915 for the work he did in receiving the Belgian refugees at Folkestone during the war years, and a fine painting by Fredo Franzoni entitled "The Landing of the Belgian Refugees" is proudly displayed in Folkestone Town Hall, which I have seen myself. It's really good actually. So that's briefly about Penfold's in the book. There's a lot more detail, but I'm only going to go on a bit about him because my reading's crap. Serving a total of 12 years as a Folkestone mayor, not a few months like I said. Sir Stephen Penfold was first elected as mayor in 1888. 4 of these years were during the war, and he died of 83 years old, buried in Section 18 concentrated. And Stephen Penfold was also a member of the Temple Lodge Freemasons. Ooh. So I've been reading basically from this book. My reading is not the best, I know. So that's the title. That's a title. You can find it on Amazon in the description box. On my recent videos from the graveyard, it's always linked to buy it on through Amazon. Hopefully I'll be having a video, a short few words from the author herself. It's got all sorts in there, from local history to local family history, loads and loads. I can't really mention one bits because there's so many to join on, but I thought because I'm out today I'll come along, take a video outside with Penfold, and it's been to churchyard in Cheriton, in Horn Street. I've done the video at Plimsoll's gravestone, so now I'm looking for history, well, important figures from the history of Folkestone, because it's quite interesting to me. So I hope you like that little segment of the book. I'm basically, like I said, I'm at this statue, or this memorial. Get a good thumbnail. And this is for the what do you call it, the Penfolds, and that's a memorial statue.